Right, good morning. It is my first day working at Sainsbury's in the travel money booth by myself. I am a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Mainly because of that mistake I made 2 days ago. But no mistakes today, I just gotta do my best. That's all I can do my best. Yeah, see how it goes, just do my best. Right, good evening. I think today went well. All the transactions were fine. I was balanced, like I didn't lose money, I didn't charge anyone money at the end, right? So at one point, someone wanted 130 and I counted out 100 to them. So they walked off with 100 after paying for 130. And I literally realized as soon as he walked off, but I just like didn't know where they went. So I looked around the store for a bit, didn't really know where they were. I used a tannoy, they didn't hear it and didn't come to the front. So I approached like multiple people and then eventually I got the person, so I was able to make it right. Apart from that, all good, I think. Now we've got 5 days no work, or no working here at least. So we can work on what we want to work on. But right now I'm really tired, so skip to tomorrow. Also, I bought some M&Ms, gonna enjoy these. Lottie, Flora is sat in your lap. So someone very kindly sent me £5 through Buy Me a Coffee, so thank you very much. And also Sean sent me £50 on YouTube thanks, which is which is amazing. But out of the £50, I only got £20.29, which is, yeah, that YouTube has taken a lot from there. Episode 6 of the series has also done really well, 1.9 thousand views. That is amazing. Good evening. So the plan for today was basically to kind of figure life out a little bit because I feel like my brain is kind of full and now I'm like, okay, what even am I trying to do again? Like working 3 days a week has been fine, like I haven't really minded it, but then I've been thinking, well, why then don't I get a full-time job for a bit? But I've been thinking like, what job do I actually want? On top of that, like I was thinking, so maybe I should spend more time just looking for jobs, thinking about which job I want, taking time to apply because that's basically a job in itself. And so I was thinking maybe I should spend less time on YouTube, just do the series and even spend less time on videography. Not that that has progressed much recently. Although the company that I did do the 2 films for, they reached out a couple days ago basically saying that they have a project on the horizon and want me to have a look at it and see if video could complement it. So that's good. Hopefully I can make something for them, make some money, get even more experience. But I didn't reply to them today because I was in a call with another YouTuber. Basically, I was talking to a YouTuber called Sean. He was the one that sent £50. We were talking for about 3 hours. He was giving me advice on YouTube and everything. And he even spoke to me just a little bit about YouTube earnings. And honestly, like, it's given me quite a lot of hope. Like, he believes that I'm onto something with this series, and I'm starting to believe so too. And it's kind of strange because I was thinking about spending less time on YouTube and looking at, you know, applying for jobs and stuff. And it's kind of shifted my mindset away from that and more into like, fuck, like I can do this. It came at such a time where it almost feels like it's like something pointing me in the right direction. Obviously, like, I have no idea if that's true or not, but so I've just journaled like 2 pages and I've kind of like mapped out everything from YouTube to jobs to videography and where like my headspace is with it and like what I'm thinking about it all. I think the thing that's frazzling me is just jobs. Money is a real thing and I haven't not been enjoying my job. So like, do I spend most of my time now looking for a better job and trying to get a graduate job or whatnot? Or should I take the risk and not do that and just put all of my time and effort into my dreams and just hope that they work out. Again, like, it's all kind of about managing risk. Like, what are you willing to risk? There's a lot to think about. But if I got a job in something that I liked, like green energy or active transport, I could still work on YouTube and videography on the side. So I have 4 more days left before I start working again. I feel like I just have to make a decision, and it can change, but just make a decision for now, because I need to figure this out, because, you know, with graduate jobs, I think they close it around January time. So if I don't utilize it now, like, I might have to wait another like 8 months. And I'm not prepared to do that if that was the decision. Today's been a day of thinking, tomorrow a day of action. Good morning. My back is really aching today, which means I had a really good workout yesterday. To be honest, like, most of the time I go to the gym the next day, like, I really don't feel it. I feel like I have to work out really hard to start feeling it now. Recently, I've actually been thinking, maybe I should get a buzz cut and also grow my beard a little bit more and, like, shape it up. Basically just have a brand new style. This hair is it's getting a bit annoying, and I would kind of like to have a more low maintenance kind of hairstyle. I'm worried that it won't like suit my face shape, basically. When I was younger, like in primary school, like when I went to the barbers, my parents would always just get them to shave my head. And I remember one day at school, someone was like, "Oh, Tom, you're bald." And I was like, "No, I'm not bald." And after that, I grew my hair out. It got like really long. And then when I was like 15, I was like, you know what, this is a bit too much, and it's kind of been like this ever since. So I think it suits me, but at the moment, it grows fast. It gets a bit too long, and it's just like it's just a bit messy at the moment. I also get my mum's partner to cut my hair, which saves me a lot of money, which I'm very grateful for. Anyway, today we are here with Lottie, and Flora is in a bush. You okay, Flora? Still doing editing. Yes, I've got a pot noodle, but I've been eating these beautiful little red radishes. I could eat so many of these, probably because they give you like 3 calories. Good evening. So I've just come back from the gym. I did a push session today. So the main thing that's improved my bench press is just doing dumbbell bench press, you know, using dumbbells on the bench, but on an incline. But I've been stuck on 30 kg for basically ages. Like, on a good day, I can do 30 kg 12 times, maybe 3 or 4 sets. But doing that, I'm not sure is helping me. I need to push myself a bit more. I also think with strength, like, I'm just not eating enough, honestly. Like, I tracked my calories today, like after the calorie challenge, and I think it's made me realize how little I'm eating. Like, I thought I was eating more calories, but I'm really just not. So I dug out my like deep dish, like pasta bowl from uni that I loved. I haven't used this in like nearly 2 years. It's such a good bowl, just from Tesco. It's probably like £2. It's crazy. I made a little chili, added a load of cheese, got some pasta. I love pasta, man, and yeah, I'm just gonna devour this. It's so nice. Pasta and cheese just are like the perfect combination. It's quite late right now. It's 10:40, and I've just thought today, like, I've been struggling to get up on time recently, and I always have just been snoozing my alarm. So I'm thinking, like, why even fight it? You know, getting up early is good, and it can be beneficial, but it's also just kind of like a social construct, especially in the self-improvement space. Like, it doesn't make you successful or a better person if you wake up early compared to waking up late, because you still basically have the same amount of hours in the day. So like, I'm thinking, what if I just put my bedtime at 12 o'clock and then I get up at 8, instead of like trying to battle uphill to try and get up earlier than I feel like I want to? Why don't I just go to bed at a time that has less resistance? And also, I live with my family, and when I try and go to bed earlier, you know, there's more distractions, but I can sleep through more distractions in the morning when I'm like half asleep. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna experiment a little bit. I'm gonna go to bed later, wake up later, and honestly just see how that impacts me, and maybe it literally doesn't matter whatsoever. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy this pasta before it goes cold, watch a bit of YouTube, and then head to bed. Good morning. Just checked my bank account. I've been paid £908. That's good. First time I've been properly paid, well, apart from the factory, since like May when I had my student loans. That's good. Most of that is going to go into savings. Happy about that. That's good. Good afternoon. It is currently almost 2 p.m. As you probably know, over the last couple of days, I've been feeling quite stressed out. My head just feels full with all of the things I've been thinking about, and the pressure has been weighing on me of what the hell am I actually trying to do here. So I've written a couple pages in my journal today, and I've come out here to a hill nearby. It's got a lovely view, just to get a bit of fresh air, to get a little bit of clarity, just to get away for a minute. But I think I've decided what I'm going to be doing for the next 3 months. So as you know, there are a couple things going on in my life. So I've got YouTube. I'm trying to build this YouTube channel. I was looking for a graduate job. I'm also trying to build a videography business. Not a lot has happened with that. And I'm also working at Sainsbury's currently as a travel money bureau. And honestly, like, doing all of that is just too much. I can't do it all. That's something I need to accept, you know, I'm only human and I can't do it all. So I was kind of thinking, I have two options here. I have the option where I now spend a lot of my time looking for a graduate job. You know, if I pursued that and got a job, maybe in engineering, I'd have a decent income. I could tell people I'm a civil engineer. You know, I'd have a good job, a nice stable career, and then I could just, you know, go home, work on my own things, and maybe that's a good plan. You know, that's what most people's plans are, and it's a good one because you have security. And honestly, one of the things I crave more than anything is to have some security. Or plan 2 is I could create videos for YouTube and focus on videography, which is pretty out there. You know, there's no guaranteed success or anything like that. You're relying on yourself, you're relying on your own ideas and luck, basically. Now, I've written down, I'm interested in the idea of sustainability and would love to create videos for potentially wind farms or Sustrans, which is this UK cycling network charity. And if I was able to pull that off, that would be like a mix of the kind of engineering passions or interests I picked up at uni, and also with my love for videography and just filming things. It kind of feels like when I talked to Sean, the YouTuber, the other day, it just kind of felt like it was meant to happen. It was like I was meant to receive that message to tell me that it can be done. It did feel like it was a message that was just keeping me on like my authentic path, or like the path that I was meant to be on. And I'm not like that spiritual. It just came at the right time. You know, I was genuinely considering going on option 1. I was thinking about spending less time on YouTube and pursuing a more secure career, and so I can move out like for definite next year. And then that happened, and suddenly I'm like, I felt like this could work. And so I've asked myself, what if I really put everything into trying to create something out of nothing? My head has felt so full these last 2 weeks with thinking about mainly graduate jobs, and just realizing that I don't really know what kind of job I want. But I wrote down, to not chase security when it's exactly what I crave is tough, but to choose to pursue the life I want in the long run might be wise and brave after all. What if I miss out on using my degree? What if it doesn't work out? That's a risk I think I need to be willing to take. And so I have come up with a bit of a plan for the next 3 months. For the next 3 months, so October, November, December, leading up to the end of 2024, start of 2025, my new goals focus on YouTube, videography, and saving money. So I'm not going to be looking for a graduate job. I'm going to be accepting of my situation now that I'm working at Sainsbury's, and you know, that's good. It's a good job. Get a bit of money, I can still save. But I've got some more specific goals. So for YouTube, I'm going to aim for 3,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time. So I will reach the monetization goal. And I just want to upload often. And also just improve my own filmmaking and make more meaningful stuff to me. And then for videography, just try loads of stuff. Just when I get an idea, just go for it. Don't overthink it, just go for it. I want to contribute to that kind of space of improving the UK cycle network. And how do my skills align with that? I can make
advertisements out, then get more funding or something like that. I guess more like a monetization goal for that is to make £1,000 in the next 3 months. So the main things: 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, 4,000 hours of watch time, and make £1,000 from videography. That is the plan. I just needed to make a decision, and this is the decision. And it might not be the best decision, and especially maybe in other people's point of views, they might think I'm crazy for doing this. I don't know if it's the right decision. That's why I'm saying it for 3 months and then I'll reassess. I don't have a plan B right now, and maybe that's actually beneficial because then I have more motivation to make this work. In 10 years, I want to be spending most of my time being able to create and make videos and just like express myself in a creative way where I can put things into the world that I like, and I can spend my time doing things that I think are beneficial and not just filling a role. I can imagine myself in 10 years living in a nice place with a big garden. I can spend a lot of time in nature, make videos, I can think a lot, I can write, I can grow my own food, I can eat really healthily and be really into, health and fitness. That's my goal. So why not put everything into that now? Even though my goal for next year is to move out, that's still entirely possible. It's not going to be easy. I can make this work. I know I can make this work. So that's the plan. I don't want to give up on the goal. You have to take risks to get where you want to be. And this is the risk I'm taking. It might be harder to get a graduate job if I don't try and get one now. It might be harder for my degree to be of use if I don't use it now. But I've got to recognize what I want, and I think I know what I want. And that's a blessing. And to not go for it is almost crazy. I know we live in a hard world with, where money is king, but I don't want to live with the regrets of not pursuing my dreams and just choosing the path of least resistance. And it's not even the path of least resistance, man. To get a graduate job is freaking hard, man. Any path I choose to go on now is going to be really hard. So why not choose the path that I feel has potential, I have hope in it, and it's actually getting me to my dream life. So that's the plan. And this series is documenting all of it. So if you're here in the future, you know if it was a good or bad decision. But I have to have a bit of delusion about me and believe that it is a good decision. What I'm hearing from the world right now is that it is a good decision. After saying all that, I feel a weight has lifted up off my shoulders. I felt like I was in the middle of the ocean on my own ship, and I have all of these things like YouTube and graduate jobs and my work and videography all on separate other ships, just slowly drifting off. And I'm like pulling one in, and when I'm pulling one in, another one is like drifting off, and it's like I can't there's too much to do. I can't do it all, and if I do it all, I can't do one specific thing well. So let's focus on the things I really want to do well on. In 3 months maybe things change, but for now, that is the plan, and I'm going to put everything into it. So it's going to be a fun 3 months. Anyway, now that I've explained that and worked that out, I can move on and make some progress. Thank you for listening. Anyway, this is a long clip, 16 minutes. It's going to be fun to edit.
So, good evening. We have got the highest score so far of the series at £933.29. Most of that did come from getting paid from my job, but, that's great, and that's the most I've earned from a job so far. I mean, the last one was £100 from the factory. We also made £25.29 from YouTube. That was £20 and something from a donation on YouTube. That's very kind, thank you very much. And we also got £5 on Buy Me a Coffee, which is awesome. That's something to be happy about, £900, that's a massive step up from £106. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, so I looked at my payslip. I should have actually got paid 1,150 or something, but my tax, because I've started a new job, basically my tax code isn't the right one. I'm getting overtaxed basically, which means to get to the goal of 3,200, and like I said in the first episode, I need to be making 1,000 a month from videography and 1,000 a month from YouTube. Anyway, I'm working tomorrow. I'm working actually a fair bit next week, and it's by myself. And to be honest, I'm a bit anxious about it because obviously I made that mistake. It's all about focus in this job, and it's good because it's training my attention to detail. I'm decent with numbers, I'm decent with maths. It's just focus and getting used to the job and just staying calm and collected and responding well under pressure. And these are all great life skills that I'm kind of learning from doing this. But anyway, Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know what you thought about having an episode per week instead of fortnightly, because yeah, just want to hear what you think about that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Sorry, peace. I don't know why I said that. Well, I believe in peace. I need a thing, like when I leave. Goodbye. I've got my water. Cheers to the water, maybe. Goodbye.